Hello, everybody. Just a basic chat. I haven't been on in a while. Wow, to fix that. So let's see if we can get anybody on the panel. It's just going to be a basic chat and see where it goes. Like I said, I haven't been on in a while. Punky wants her little attention. Here's Punky. Val Lady, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Briggs. Still living RV life. Loving it. The link is pinned up top if anybody wants to come on up. Uh, what's been going on with me? Really, not much. Just working, enjoying what I'm doing here. A lot of nature walks I've been doing. Yeah, I'm alive. I'm alive. Yep. Punky, she's doing excellent. She's going crazy right now. She's in heat, meowing. Just wants the attention and. So I finally got the internet for the RV. A step ahead, I guess. It's not going through no hotspot or anything. It's just basically it goes right through the cell phone towers. It's a box that T-Mobile uh, has, just like a router that you would have at home. Same thing. You could use this anywhere in the country, traveling, as long as I could plug it into the wall, the RV wall. Works off of 110, which is not too bad. Uh, Everything is wireless, and like I said, as long as I have cell phone uh, towers around where I'm located, yeah, you could. I'll still have the internet, so that's a step ahead. Uh, I did get the overhead cab all complete. I got to do a little bit more work on the inside, but outside is complete. Uh, I have a few other things in mind what I like to do, but gotta wait until expense money picks up a little bit more. I actually took the computer down. I put it into one of the closets over there, and didn't have it hooked up for a while. And then T-Mobile came up with this deal with the internet, and I saved up a little bit of money, and I was able to get that. Uh, Got myself another television. It's actually a smart TV. Uh, that was given to me. The one I had was really small, and somebody was leaving their property, and they had a whole bunch, and I was helping them clean. And curious, I said, "What are you doing with this TV?" Uh, they said, "Nothing. If you want it, you can have it." So fortunately, it's a smart TV. So now, instead of limited to regular TV, which was only, I think I had maybe 8 to 10 channels, uh, I was able to hook this TV up to the existing internet source. Now I have over 2,000 channels. That's not including all the movies I watch on YouTube and everything. So uh, I've been going nuts watching TV shows I haven't seen in a long time. So that's pretty cool. CDC, how you doing? Uh, Once again, the link's up top. If anybody would like to come up, I know a good chat is with your friends. Uh, it's nice to be able to see somebody on the other side of the screen. Uh, but if you have any questions or you want to keep the chat rolling, I'll feel free to answer the questions or the conversation that you guys are having over there. We still have Lucy, which is the rat. I ended up getting her a bigger cage a while ago. She had a small cage when I first got her, and she actually got really big, and she outgrown the cage. I felt kind of bad, so there's a secondhand store down the street from me, and I popped in there every once in a while and happened to see a bigger cage. It wasn't bad. It was $12. She enjoys it, and I put like a plastic tube in there for where she goes in there. Some old cloth, so she's happy. Uh, Good morning, Dad. Good morning, everyone. Uh, Animals are perfect outside. Came home yesterday and I had 4 donkeys in the back waiting for me to come home. Went on a nature walk this morning, as you guys see in the picture. That was taken about 6:15 this morning, maybe a little bit earlier. It did probably roughly 8 miles. I left here probably around 4 o'clock, and on this property there's woods with trails, and I started walking those woods with the trails and having my morning coffee. I've seen a couple deer, seen some foxes. It was pretty cool. And then I sat at that location where that picture was, and I actually watched the sun come up over the tree line there, and I was able to get a nice picture. You guys are stringing me, Taya. Guys say hello up on there, and nobody wants to come up. I know everybody's just shy. I'd like to come up and chat with more people, but YouTube is kind of hard now. I got to get some content out there and got to stop trying to go live more often. Now with the internet, I think sometimes I'll just have the cam going. People can be able to watch what I'm doing here. Kind of figured I'll go live around 11 o'clock because I'm going to be making something. So you guys can watch me make something. Nice pipe. Yeah, well, this is one of my other pipes. This is the pipe my father is talking about. I went to a yard sale, and yeah, I've been smoking out of it a little while, so I broke it in. And long story, make it short with this, every time I go to yard sales, I always look for pipes. And this one here is what they call a Kinko, Kiko. And I really didn't know nothing about the name, but it was a nice, decent pipe. And I happened to take a little bit better look at it. Had a number on it, 286. And any pipe that has what they call a serial number. What's up, Briggs? That has a serial number, I know it has to be worth some type of money. So I went online and I happened to be able to Google this particular pipe. And I posted on my Facebook page when I first got it. And let's see if I can pull this up really quick.
You want it? The biggest. You're it, my friends. If you at this point.
What's going on, Briggs?
Just doing logs.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull this up over here.
Did you know this? Gosh, there it is.
I don't know.
Welcome.
This whole
It's probably not easy to just look for it on my pictures.
These daily log bull crap.
Yeah. You done with the day?
Oh yeah.
All right, so this particular pipe, what you see here, I got it at a yard sale for $5. It's what they call a Kinko, and it has 286 on it on the number. And so I Googled to find out exactly, and if you look at the very bottom picture, it says 286, and the price on them, brand new, is $575. So by looking at yard sales, I saved myself $570, and I think it was a steal. So my father happened to say nice pipe. That's what he was talking about. Last week, I was actually on the way back here, and there's a pond, well, big pond. A lot of people have boats and canoes and yada yada. And what's up, Sam? And I happened to see this kayak sitting at the edge of the water, probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of water in it. So first thing I thought of, okay, well, it flipped. Somebody's in the water. I took the kayak, I pulled it out of the water, and I went down the water bank a little bit, went the other way, nothing. I didn't see no debris. I looked inside the kayak, I didn't see nothing at all. So at that time, I determined it wasn't a flip over or something, that actually the wind from the storm the night before probably blew out of somebody's yard and ended up in the water and ended up on that side. So I get on the local page, which is groups, including the pond group, and I asked if anyone was missing a kayak. No response. So the next step, I had to call the police department, and I let the police department know, hey, listen, it's not an emergency, but I happen to find a kayak in the pond. It looks like it blew from somebody's property or whatever. I don't know. They must have had 40 calls, if not more than that, regarding a boat floating. Long story making short, the guy officer says, listen, since you already posted on the Coventry pages that you have possession of it, I'm going to give the town at least 30 minutes. If they don't come and retrieve the kayak, if you could be able to take it back to your property and wait for somebody to retrieve it. Okay. That's the kayak.
Hey, there you go. Free
Yeah.
kayak.
That's pretty much what it is, because nobody claimed it. And I didn't post a picture. I just asked if anybody's missing a kayak, but nobody claimed it. So now I have myself a kayak.
Better hope it don't have a hole in it.
No, it actually doesn't, because like I said, it had water in it. When you flip a kayak over, you're going to get some water in it. But if it had a hole in it, it would have went underneath, right?
Yeah.
Sam says that's the kayak he lost. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to strap it up on top of the RV and just like tie it down really good. And whenever I decide to use it, wherever I am, I'll have a kayak. I'm just going to have to get some a life jacket and some oars for it. That's it.
Yeah, you don't need a life jacket.
Well, it's always good to have it, though.
You're not going to sink. You know how to swim.
So what are you eating over there?
Reese's Puffs cereal.
Ah,
Not a sponsor.
yeah. You gotta read the ingredients in that. I've been watching a lot of that stuff. Is artificial food.
Everything. We're all artificial.
Yeah, Sam. I go fishing whatever I can. I actually went fishing more this year than I did last year. I didn't catch anything besides that turtle that you guys seen. That was a big turtle. But, yeah, I sent the link to Grandpa. I watched probably about 4 to 5 hours of his videos that he had on there.
Nah, I got going for shoulder surgery here. Grandpa needs a part for that scooter I got, but I can't dig it out till I get my shoulder worked on.
Oh man, what do you have to do for your shoulder?
Yeah, cut me open from here to here and reattach everything.
Oh wow. Yep.
Can't lift more than 5 pounds.
Well, that's no problem for you because I heard it was small. So what else you been up to?
Same shit, different day, just work and work.
Yeah. What's up, Mud Digger?
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
The hell is that? That's a hell of a beard. You trying out for the Duck Dynasties?
Yeah, I'm actually. I've been growing my beard out for a few months now, guys. So I'm bringing the beard back.
Did you see the post I put underneath that one? You're cutting all that wood.
Yeah, about that big ass pile of wood you cut.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That was done all this summer.
Yeah, man. That was 2 trees. That one load of wood. That was just one load from that 2 trees.
Yeah.
We actually wind up pulling 3 more loads of that same size trailer out. For that one, for the one section.
Yep.
Did you see
that was?
See the video that Jason Pate put up? His wife's pregnant.
Nah, I'm actually blocked on their account, their YouTube account. They blocked me for some particular reason. So
That's
the school
weird.
teacher's pregnant, huh?
Yep.
What do they do?
The Pates, they basically he does mechanic work like I do.
No, what do they do? Pregnant. You say they're pregnant.
I don't know. He just posted on there. His wife is bedridden because it's probably a high risk pregnancy because she ain't no spring chicken, and she's like 6 or 7 months pregnant, the way I gather.
Wow.
Well, damn.
Gonna have a little pate.
I think she's got to be like 48, 49. So
yeah.
Yeah, our next one is due January 19th.
Sam says he's gonna go take his son riding today. He's been uploading a lot of good videos. I've been watching them.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad I'm on this panel. I got a question for you there, Mr. Briggs. Because I just happen to have an old ass Briggs motor.
Hey, Grandpa.
And I can't figure out what kind it is. Well, like what horsepower
that's
it
a
is.
flathead brakes.
I know it's a flathead brakes. It's a horsepower.
The horsepower?
Either a 3 or 3.5.
Yeah. It's about a 3.5. Let's see it. Turn it the other way. Could you get any closer?
Is that a lawnmower or a snowblower?
No, that's a 3.5 horsepower.
Got a go-kart clutch on it,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's
and
not
it's
3.5.
sitting on the lady bike thing I'm making.
Nice. How you doing, Grandpa?
That's nothing.
Doing good.
Oh, what's up? I ain't seen you in a while.
Doing good.
Haven't seen both of us in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen all three of you guys. Let alone been on the same panel as all three of you.
Let's see.
Hey, Mud Digger.
What's up?
That thing you had out there, that was a motor.
Oh. That was a motor.
Yeah.
So the original plan of that bike was I was going to stick that motor in it and make a little putt around bike. But I decided to go big or go home, so I completely modified the frame. And my goal is to stick an opposed cylinder motor on it and make a drag bike out of it.
Nice to put
Hey,
a
Robert.
302 in it.
Hey, Laura. Hey, Sam.
Actually, if you want to get technical, it's an engine because motors are electric.
Well, let's get fucking
That little,
technical.
that one technically came electric. That little fucking bike, smart ass.
It's my buoy. Say
What's
hello.
up, buddy? Where's Luna? There's my baby, always sleeping.
So, Grandpa,
That's
how's
what
the
came
Irish
on that
number?
little bike.
It's hunky.
Hey, Punky. Nice, pussy, Lucky.
I still got the rat too.
Now, why would you want a damn Biden in a cage?
The rat? Well, because if we get hit by a fucking chemical warfare, I'll be able to know because the rat will die quick, right?
No, it won't.
Uh-uh.
No, it's not what I
Rats
got.
are like cockroaches, Lucky. They live through almost anything.
Actually, the rat, I went to my mom's house one day and she said there's been a rat underneath a car all day. So I'm curious. I happen to go take a look at it. I didn't expect it to be there. She said it was there a good 4 or 5 hours. I was like, I looked at it. It was white. I said, that's not a regular rat. That's somebody's pet. So I was able to retrieve a box. I got a box for her and had it ever since. And I ended up getting a cage, named it, and now it's Punky's best friend. They sleep together all the time.
Sleep together. Punky's just waiting
Punky's
for that
bed's
thing
right on
to
the
slip.
side.
Punky's just waiting for it to slip up and have dinner.
I think Punky's kind of
It is
got a
Punky's
medical
bed.
issue going on.
Hey, buddy. What's doing, Butters? What you doing, Butters? Huh? What you doing, buddy? Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on.
And that's home sweet home.
What's the weather like in y'all's area? Because it's fucking 55 and rainy here.
It's sunny here,
Yeah, we're in
beautiful.
the 60s. We're in the 60s. Over the sun's starting to peek out, sort of.
It's
all cloudy.
72 here.
Yeah, it's been in the mid 50s all day, and it's been raining since like a.m. this morning, and it's supposed to rain till about 10 o'clock tonight.
That's not that bad.
51 here. Excuse me.
It's in the
It's
60s here.
not warm here.
We just got through the ass end of that hurricane.
Yeah, how do you guys make out up there, Grandpa?
Just a lot of wind. Nova Scotia got hit head on though.
Yeah. I missed it.
Oh, look at
We had a little
that.
bit of rain.
Mud Digger's got him a boxer.
No, this is my people we're staying with. This is Buddy. He's a mix between an English and an American boxer. He's a good boy. This is Buddy.
So I was able to get the internet, of course, Grandpa, and this is what I've been using.
What is that?
T-Mobile. It's a
A
regular
T-Mobile?
router, and it works right off of the cell phone towers. So it's actually it's actually made for like the RVs of people that
You
travel.
have T-Mobile. You have T-Mobile in your area. That wouldn't work here.
Well, they claim it's supposed to go all over any cell phone tower throughout New England and like the country.
What does that cost a month?
60.
It's not bad. I pay 64.
Yeah. Getting hungry.
Fucking eat something.
I'm gonna. That's why I figured I could come on around 11 o'clock and do some cooking. How about you, Digger? What you been up to? Still working in that graveyard?
No, actually, the day that I passed out in the graveyard working with the cemetery crew was the last day I worked with the cemetery crew. Because I told the boss straight up that was some childish shit, man, where your guys literally walked up on me as I was getting myself off the ground after passing out in the heat. And they didn't ask me if I was okay. Didn't ask me if I needed something to eat or drink, if I needed a ride to the hospital or nothing, dude. They just walked right fucking past me as I was picking myself off the ground. I said, I don't want to work with guys like that aren't even going to have the common courtesy to ask their coworker if he's okay. So he put me on the tree crew. And that's what I've been doing, is just cutting trees and moving fucking wood, man.
At least
and honestly, I'd rather do that anyways. That's fucking, to me, that's a fucking free workout right there. Why do I need to pay for a gym membership? I'll just go to fucking work.
Yeah, I pay $10 a month for my membership.
Yeah, I want to go fucking, if I want to go do a workout routine, I go cut a bunch of fucking trees down and move a bunch of fucking logs.
I don't pay nothing for my member.
Well, shit, if you look at it, I get paid for my gym membership.
The membership that I have is I basically got it just for the showers. I love walking, but it's still too nice outside, you know. So I walk outside in the woods, but in the wintertime when it gets all shitty, it'll be nice to work out in the gym, walking. I weighed
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year it was 224. Now I'm down to 199. So
As far as weight,
yeah,
I'm down to 220.
220.
Yep. And that's where I've been coasting at for the last few months. Is about 220, 225, right in that little area there.
Yeah.
And
But
I'm honestly, I'm fine with that.
the only thing that's killing me.
There you
Oh,
go.
it's a fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
I can't.
that's the thing. See, when I fucking get stoned and I get high and shit, man, I'll be sitting out here going live with some of y'all or whatnot, or fucking just scrolling through the fucking internet and stuff, and I'll smoke a bowl or fucking bong or two and fucking get the munchies and like shit. Okay, let's go see what we got in the fucking kitchen and munch out on a bunch of shit real quick. But I gotta watch doing that myself because having Crohn's and then not having a fucking gallbladder on top of not having a fucking Crohn's, it makes it interesting. The choice of food I eat, snacks I eat.
Hey, Mud Digger, I've been doing a lot of research lately on some different seasonings, and one that's supposed to really help Crohn's a lot is turmeric.
Is turmeric?
Turmeric.
Rick,
Turmeric.
what is it used for?
They use it in Indian food.
Okay. That's that spicy stuff, isn't it?
It's got its own flavor. I really don't care for
Yeah.
Indian food.
No, neither do I. I've had a few Indian dishes while having Crohn's, um, and I can say every single one of them did not agree with my Crohn's.
Yeah, it's the other stuff that they're putting in it because turmeric's supposed to really have some supposed to help that a lot. I'm gonna buy some and suffer through it, the taste, just because of the benefits you can get from it. Hey, what's up, Patrick? And Robert, I always enjoyed talking to you too, man. Why don't you start doing your live streams? I'll come and watch you. I mean, I'll be totally honest with everybody. I do one trike video and I get 3 times the views as I do on the live streams, and I don't have to deal with no bullshit.
Exactly. Hey, Patrick.
Yeah, I don't even have the ability to go live yet on my channel because I haven't hit that for the 50 subscribers. Uh, but I can go live on a laptop or on a computer. Since I'm on my phone, I don't have that ability to go on my channel.
Yeah. Mom says no oils. Fine, I'll have some shepherd's pie she made me yesterday.
There you go.
Fuck yeah, some shepherd's pie. Mess me up a plate of that stuff.
Yep, especially home cooked for Mama.
Oh yeah.
Right now I got water boiling.
Well,
Make a
the
pasta
kids
salad.
are all doing good, guys. Cyrus, check it out. Cyrus, I know you probably seen it on the Facebook there, but Cyrus lost his first tooth.
There you go.
I see now.
We went to the bacon festival they had here in town yesterday. We got free tickets for that.
Did I hear you correctly?
We took the kids to that. Yeah. Now, the kids had fun, but it definitely was not what I was expecting when you hear Bacon Festival. When you hear Bacon Festival, you would think a bunch of different vendors with like different varieties of different made bacon.
That was mine.
Well, this wasn't really like that. They had a couple like local food chains that had different tents set up. Um, some craft vendors and homemade stuff vendors and shirts and stuff like that. Some bouncy houses for the kids. A live band and some craft beer vendors. That was about it. Um,
Wow.
so it definitely wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But the kids had, we got free tickets, so we didn't pay for the tickets. Um, that was, we got a little reward for the good deed that we did. Um, which was cool.
What did you do?
I would have been, well, me and my roommate, the people we're staying here with, we were down at one of the local rivers. And a 7-year-old that was there with his grandfather wanted to go swimming, and he went into the water and got swept into the deep part of the river and was drowning. Well, a 13-year-old that was there with his friends jumped in to save him, and the 13-year-old started drowning. Well, me and my buddy James, who were standing on the shoreline where the dock was at with our families and our kids, seeing these two kids in the middle of the river screaming for help that they were drowning, nobody else around was fucking doing anything. So I jumped in off the fucking dock swimming towards the kids. James, my buddy, was right behind me with the little raft float that we had for our kids. He would jump in right after me. We swam to the kids, pulled them up to the rafts, brought them up to the dock, saved fucking lives.
Well, that's not a little good deed. That's actually saving somebody's life.
Yeah,
that's more than a little deed. That's a big deal.
It is, man. And we just, I just hope that it would be done by any other parent, that if they see any of my kids or my buddy's kids or anybody else's kids, do the same fucking thing. And it's crazy because, like I said, man, there was about 5 or 6 other people there, grown adults and parents and shit. Like the grandfather froze up because he said he was a war vet, and he had a PTSD attack when his grandson went into the water and started drowning. Right. And it made him freeze up. Like he froze up like a statue. Like he didn't move like an ounce, like an inch, man. So I can understand that, but everybody else that was there, like, got 2 kids fucking screaming for help in the fucking water, and nobody's gonna fucking do nothing? No, man. I mean,
great.
People don't give a fuck anymore, Mud Digger.
I know, bro. I know, and it boggles my mind, and it breaks my fucking heart as a whole, because seeing the loss of humanity that humanity is having in itself it's fuck, man. It's crazy. People would rather watch and sit and watch somebody die than to step in, intervene, and to save.
Yep. It's definitely not like the 80s anymore. Cost of living is outrageous. I don't know how people could even afford the rental properties. That's crazy.
Well, I'm not even talking about that fucking bullshit. That's all a whole nother fucking thing in its own. I'm just talking about the general, like having general common decency and care for one another on a basic level is gone. We would rather pick up our phones and record somebody going through something hard in their lives than extend an olive branch and help them out.
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree, Robert.
And
Muddigger, a lot of that is because, you know, we just don't give a fuck anymore, and unfortunately, a lot of people that you would help will fuck you over.
mhm, in a fucking heartbeat, man. And that's why, unfortunately, I'm one of those minute few people who believe in this needs to happen. Is I believe that honestly, an extinction level, or at least a mass cleansing level, on
Oh, I
such a
think,
grand scale of the human race needs to happen because we're not
I
going to
think,
fucking learn.
I think that's coming, but I don't think we're going to do it.
Oh no, it's not going to be by our hand. It's going to be by somebody else's hand. Up
Hey,
above that is flying
Robbie,
around in the rest of the cosmos.
have you seen that?
I
Is
have.
that a triple? That's a triple rod holder, isn't it?
It is going right on the back basket of my trike.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I'm going to have a fishing pole here and a fishing pole here and the American flag right there.
No, fishing pole on each side and Gertie in the center.
Now, I keep Gertie hidden. I kind of like the idea that someone might think that I'm an easy target.
Hey, Grandpa, if you want any kind of a custom rod made, let me know. Shoot me a message, man. My stepdad he builds custom fucking rods out of New Jersey. Works on the coast, man. He works the party boats. He's out on the ocean 14 hours a day. He builds all kinds of fucking rods, from fresh water to salt water.
Yeah, I went out on a fishing boat here one year for pollock fishing. And pollock are like tuna. They go after anything shiny. So the the boat captain knows where they hang out, and he takes the boat over a school of them and stops the boat, and everybody throws their line in, and there's like 5 hooks on it, and it takes you about 3 seconds to start pulling them some bitches in.
The owner of this company, he has a boat, and that's what he does. Him and another guy, they go out tuna, and they actually caught some good ones. So a couple, maybe last month or something. And I had a big old chunk of tuna. I took it and put it on the smoker. Tell you, that was fantastic.
Yeah,
Definitely not like a can of tuna fish. Tell you that.
the fishermen that catch the albacore, they make a good living, but the one that really makes a good living is the owner of the boat.
Yeah.
And that I watched that on TV. They throw the line out, and that tuna goes after the hook as soon as they throw it out, and they whip it back in and flip it behind them, and it comes right off the hook.
See, I forget what these were called, but I remember growing up on the shore out in Jersey. We had this place we used to go fishing at the Shark River Inlet in Belmar, I believe it was Belmar Bradley Beach. Um, we would sit underneath this bridge, man, and they would come in with the tide and go out with the tide, and we catch them on these little tiny silver spoons with the triple hook on the bottom. That's all it was one triple hook on the bottom and a silver spoon about that big. And these fish were anywhere from 6 inches all the way up to 14 inches, about that tall, all silver. And they would run in schools of like 500, 600 coming through underneath this bridge and through this inlet. And you can just take your pool and just go like that, bring it back up, and you got a fish on. There was little kids, man, 5, 6 years old with little Mickey Mouse holding these little tiny 1 inch fucking silver spoons on the end of their fucking line, just dipping their pole in the water, come back up, and they got a fucking 6, 8 inch fish on the end of their line, having a fucking blast. I kind of miss that, actually. Miss that
I
beach
have
fishing, man.
I
Fishing off
haven't
the
went
beach.
I haven't went fishing once yet this year. The humidity is just too much.
I've gone fishing a few times this year. Taking the kids out. We've actually got a couple fish in one of my fish tanks in the house here that Cyrus caught on our last fishing trips. A couple bluegills.
Those are actually good eating.
Well, we kept one because like this big, a little tiny guy, and we kept the other one because he had one eye. He was completely like missing his entire right eye when we caught him. Like we didn't cause him to lose his eye. He was already grown over, completely empty eye socket. And he's fucking grown. We've got two baby yellow bullhead catfish that were about that big that my buddy gave me that are pushing fucking 6 inches, 7 inches now.
Wow.
Oh yeah. But we're staying with some friends of ours until we can get a new place fucking lined up. It's without saying too much, we're taking our old rental company to court for wrongful.
It's tough finding places out there, tell you that.
It is, and especially when you've got an addiction on your record, and that's the problem. Is because the last company wrongfully evicted us. They showed up at my house and said, "You got 15 minutes to pack all your shit." So, like, didn't even take me to court. None of that shit. Had sheriff fucking do it and everything. So there was a lot of things yeah, there's a lot of shit that's happened with it that we're getting taken care of.
Oh my God. Is this the true Grizz? This must be the fake Grizz. This is the.
Somebody asked
Grizz
about you with an iron dog.
problems. Yeah, I haven't been to Iron Dogs in a while. Well, Grizz, if this is you, you definitely would like to see my mill. I can't say my mill, but the company I work for. Boiling some water. Gonna make some macaroni salad.
What you stink on me for, buddy? Huh? Come on, Diesel.
So how's Luna been, Grandpa?
What's that?
How's Luna and Balls been?
Been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got Diesel, Grandpa.
A circle sawmill.
Cool.
I really don't have a picture of. I might have a picture.
If you're cool, dude, what are you doing out here? If
Give
you're
me a
cool.
minute, Chris. I'll see if I have it.
Not much, Robert. Just been chilling a lot. Like I said, the humidity's been just too much. I can take the heat, but I can't breathe with that humidity.
Oh, I'll be back.
I'm not sure if I could be able to find it. I'm not gonna go through 1,000 pictures. There we go. So we could try to.
Cool. Oh, is that one of those that grabs a hold of the tree?
No, this one here it actually. This one's the log splitter. Someday I'll do a YouTube video of all the machines that we have here. We got this crane here too.
They have some rigs out there now, Lucky, that have it'll do the work in a forest like
Yep,
10 men in one in one day.
we have them here. I believe we have 3 of them.
I mean, they even have ones that will cut it down, take the branches off, and then
Yeah, it's what they call a mulo, a merlot.
yeah. Well, they have ones now with attachments where you can cut all your wood down. If you're buying a big piece of property that they haven't taken timber out of in years, it's good to invest in something like that because you can cut your own timber.
Yep.
Because someone else comes in and does it, you don't get shit for it. You own the land, but they get the majority of the money.
I don't know if you could really see it. It's kind of messed up picture there, but that's a crane. Stupid reflection on the TV.
Hey, Lucky, you mind if I shout out someone else's channel?
Go ahead, dude. You know me, Grandpa.
Robert, you asked for that before. That's where I go on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 5 and 6 o'clock. Jessica Love Dragonfly.
Could you type it in the chat and I can post it up there?
Oh,
Mr. Briggs is back. We'll wait for him to come up with the picture.
no, that's true, Grizz. That's true.
Flip me off, Briggs.
There's there's some places that men can put themselves into that they can't take that equipment in unless they fly it in with a helicopter, and that's really kind of out of the question.
Yeah, the company I work for is one of the leading companies in Rhode Island for tree removal. Not the country, sorry. One of the leading companies in Rhode Island for tree removal. How's that?
Well, that just sounds fucking perfect.
What's that, Grizz? Who's been
Much better
asking
than
for
going to
got
me.
on your dog?
I
Sorry.
don't think I have, Laura. That's funny, Patrick. Dog ringing the doorbell. My son's dog ring a little bell when they need to go out.
I'm sure.
I haven't watched those, Laura.
Yeah. I definitely have to get back in the loop. And I've been actually watching a couple. I think I got this, a couple days ago. I did watch a lot of your videos, Grandpa.
Yeah, thank you. I noticed you pushed play.
Yeah.
Maggie May. Maggie. Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you. It's late September and I'm never going to go back to school.
What, Maggie? What do you want?
That's great, Robert. she'll appreciate you coming over there.
What, Maggie? What do you want?
Send me
you
that
fool?
link, Prepper, in Messenger, and I'll do the same thing.
Ugh.
You make life difficult. You know that?
Stop pawing at me, goofy dog. Yes, I'm here. I'm betting you. Okay, is that good enough? No, you said you want more.
Yeah, Funky's just bad.
Stop pawing at me.
I'll be lying down and half asleep, and she'll come up from the top over here where she sleeps, and she'll jump on my bed, which is over here, because I opened this up, my bed,
Come on.
and she'll
Stop.
jump and wrestle with my feet.
You're a goofy dog.
Look,
You're not a
I'm
lady,
having a
are
hard
you?
time. I'm having a hard time trying to do that. You're just going to have to type in Jessica Love Dragonfly and do it yourself.
Maggie, come on, Maggie.
I'm
Stop.
not. I'm still not computer savvy.
Ah,
Let me see her link again.
Oh my God.
ugh.
Wait a second.
No, I don't spell good, so I'm trying to figure out how they put it.
That's right, Patrick. I got my porn stash.
I just sent it to you on Messenger.
All right, good enough. Who's this guy, David Hinkle?
I don't know. It's probably some asshole.
What the heck?
Oh, Maggie.
Got it.
Yeah, Laura, Maggie May.
Yep.
Hey, Junkyard's in there too.
Yeah.
How you doing, Junkyard?
Hey, Junkyard.
What, Maggie? What? You're a goofy dog. Put that in my button, Maggie. Yes, I'll give you some more dog food. Will you leave me alone if I give you dog food? Oh,
Keep those occupied.
so Grandpa, tell me about the air machine. How's that working?
Works good when I use it.
Have you checked the filter in it lately?
No, where's it at?
I can't remember, to be honest with you, but I believe it's in the back. It's but when you told me you got it all the way up, that was why I was wondering, because that's a little high. You oughta because that's more than a healthy person uses. Just there's a. I sent you. Did you get those links I sent you?
Yeah.
That's what my that stuff there. That's what my father used, and it's as you can see, you can get it without a prescription. It's in gotta look into that. It'll definitely help you. Basically, I mean, if you look it up, that nebulizer, it's a liquid. You pour it in like a peace pipe, and basically inhale it. And if you do that, it'll clear your lungs out. It'll make you breathe better. It helped my father immensely. I mean, you don't even need a prescription for it.
No, they tried that shit with me before.
Yeah, but you didn't have an air machine to go with it. Now you do. So I mean, if you do it when you're using the air machine, that's how it helps. I don't know why they would even suggest giving it to you without the air machine, because without the air machine, it's actually it don't work right.
The one I had worked perfect, man. After I got done using it for my lungs, I put some 151 in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about by 151.
Rum.
That's it. 151, ain't that the local union up there, Grandpa?
I don't know. I don't know anything about the unions up here. All I know is that the auto workers went on strike.
Yeah, what a bunch of BS that is. I mean, I got no offense, people making money, but when I looked up some of the jobs they're advertising, even the temp workers are getting over $30 an hour. After you get vested after 3 years, you're making $67 an hour. I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says. You give me $67 an hour, I'll go to work for you.
Yeah, I'll go pick fly specks out of bird shit for that kind of money.
Yep.
It wasn't much of anything here, junkyard. A lot of wind, a lot of branches down, but after I go to the store today, I'm gonna go around and pick up branches and put them in the basket in the back of the trike. Have it for fire pit. Yeah, they don't make that anymore, Patrick, unfortunately.
Duck feet. Never seen you before. Nice talking to you.
And how you doing, Duck?
Yeah,
Feet? That definitely is funny how they some of the. I'm not saying the union don't deserve more, but when they want a 40% increase, come on, at 41% increase, a truck now that's 50,000 will cost 70,000. As a consumer, I wouldn't pay that. What?
Just saying.
You know what happens with this, right? All these people that actually want more and more money to work. Long story making short, it's not actually hurting the corporate or the industries. It's actually hurting us as a consumer.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I mean.
The industries pass the dollar to the customer. So even if they think they're gonna make $40, $60 and $80 an hour, all right, we're gonna be hurting the company. They're not. It just comes down to the point where us as the consumers are gonna be paying more for that product.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with you there, Scott. The wages that they make are a little ridiculous, but there's more to it than just that. There's people losing their jobs because the Biden administration has got the companies converting over to electric vehicles and they're firing people.
Yep. But you know what? But here's the thing, though. I mean, I do not begrudge anybody asking for more. But I mean, these people are when I watched one of the guys on the picket line saying that he needs a $67 an hour, ain't cutting it. That's exactly what he said. And I'm thinking 67 times 40, man, that's a big ass paycheck. Man, I could live at $67 an hour. I'd have a maid and butler running around my house.
$60 an hour, I could make a killer myself.
No, $67 an hour.
All right,
they're saying that they want the pensions raised up. Hell, you could take that and literally put half your paycheck away into a sock drawer and retire at 55 if you started when you were 20.
Yeah,
Grizz
says.
They ain't worth $60 an hour.
Yeah, worth $60 an hour. The burger flippers at McDonald's is worth $25. Hate to tell you, but the burger flippers up over here are making anywhere from $18 to $20 an hour now.
You know, yeah, but yeah, they're worth okay, we'll say they're worth 60, Grizz, but they're not worth more than that. I mean, 66. It's it. Come on, name another industry that gets paid $60 over $60 an hour.
I got this other camera right here. I got to hook this one up. I haven't got to that yet, but it's one of those cameras, webcams, that as you move around, it follows you. I got to get that one hooked.
Yeah, like Patrick said, 67 hour, that's fat stacks. Hell, could you give Patrick $67? Hey, Patrick, would you move to St. Louis and work at an automotive plant and leave your job you got now for $67 an hour?
I think anybody would pretty much move.
Yeah. You'd see Patrick driving to work with a gold-plated Harley or gold-plated hot truck.
You're making $67 an hour, and the cost of living was in the 80s.
Well, you could buy a house in St. Louis, like the one plant they were at. I was looking up houses. You could buy a nice house there for $150,000. Shit.
Yeah, well, how much you make per hour up there? So you can't be doing a lot. What's minimum wage over there?
And Patrick goes, "Hell yeah, I would." He'd be driving. Yeah. Hey, come on. It's $67 an hour. Who in the heck couldn't? I mean, if I gave you $67 an hour with 40 hours a week and full health care, shit, you'd have a butler in your house or a maid.
You know, one thing that's always stuck in my mind, and I'll agree that there is always a time and place for unions, but the bottom line is when push comes to shove, they can replace you.
Yep. If GM and Ford and Chrysler, Stiletto, whatever they called, said they were going to just hire new workers and start them out $60 an hour, I'd stop driving truck. I'd be on my way to St. Louis tomorrow.
And, you know, that's the bottom line. And if the union can't keep your job, what the hell are they good for?
I mean, I admit they deserve more, but here's the thing is, well, all they're going to do is hurt themselves in the bottom line. Because say they agreed to their pay increase at 40% more, what would that be? 40% of $67, you know, what, 85 or 86 bucks an hour, we'll say. You give them that much, and that new Chevy Silverado that's now 48,000 jumps up to 75,000. And yet a Toyota Tundra double cab with an 8-foot bed is only 59,000. Which one do you think which one would you buy? I'm going to look at him and say, well, the Toyota's $25,000 less and has a better warranty, has a better and a higher resale value. I'm buying Toyota. I'm not going to pay double the amount for a truck that won't last as long. I got neighbors that call me communist because all my vehicles are Japanese or German. I got a Chevy Impala that I've had to change the wheel bearings on it 3 times. It's still got the stupid traction control light, so I got to change the damn bearings again because the ABS light's coming on. The transmission was replaced under warranty. The motor's been changed under warranty. It's at 67,000 miles. Come on, that's disgusting. When I drove up to Grandpa and he was there when I drove it there. I drove a 28-year-old pickup truck in his driveway and it ran like a champ with no rust on it.
I might have a chance to buy my neighbor's older Dodge. It's one of
What do you call older?
It's between 2000 and 2010.
What kind of Dodge? Car, truck?
It's one of those smaller ones, whatever they call it. Is that a Tacoma?
Yeah.
Tacoma. No, Tacoma's Toyota, Dodge Dakota.
Yeah, this is a cab and a half, 4-wheel drive.
Oh yeah, that's what Patrick has one of those.
And
remember him saying it. They're not a bad truck.
Well, this has been driven by a little old lady. And she told me she hasn't got back to me yet because her brother just had open heart surgery, but she told me $800.
Oh, that for something like that, that's a steal.
Oh, definitely, it's a 4-wheel drive.
And even if it wasn't 4-wheel drive, that's a steal. That you could. I'll tell you right now, how rusty is it?
It has surface rust on the hood, and that's it.
Okay, yeah, you get that. You let me know. I'll make a personal trip up there and fluid film it for you. The fluid film will keep it from rusting.
Well, it needs to be sanded down and gone over.
Briggs.
It's right down to it.
Briggs.
Right down the middle.
The hood would be easy, Grandpa. I'm talking the underside. I would fluid film the undercarriage. It has nothing to do with the hood.
I think the undercarriage has already been done.
It hasn't been fluid film. I highly doubt it. Most people don't even know what fluid film is. Undercoating causes rust.
Mr. Briggs.
What?
If you honor that, what Grandpa says, and if he's going to get it, and you're going to come up here, let me know. I will supply the case of film.
I already have a 5-gallon bucket.
Okay, well, I figured I would offer.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But no, Grandpa, the fluid film. If you have undercoating on it, undercoating actually causes rust. If you look up videos on at South Main Auto, they actually show videos. And if I fluid filmed over the top of that undercoating, it would make that undercoating fall off, which is what you want it to do. And then the oil from the fluid film will suck into the metal and stop rust before it starts. And what I do with it, I spray inside the rocker panels, inside the cab corner, inside the frame. And you're supposed to do fluid film every year, but as little as you would drive it, you could do it. A one shot would last 4 or 5 years before it'd have to be done again. But I got a portable compressor. But that'd be a good deal.
Monkey's going nuts.
Yeah, the vehicle prices, Briz, are ridiculous. And it is fucking nuts. They got 4-wheel drive Chevys and Fords in the lots here that are only $20,000 cheaper than this apartment building I live in.
Yeah, ain't that crazy? Well,
80 grand.
Well, the one truck that I ordered, and it came in the wrong color, that Tundra. I just bought it here a couple weeks ago. I bought a 2001 Chevy double cab with an 8-foot bed 4-wheel drive, and I was going to take the motor out and put a Toyota motor in it because someone offered me good money for the 8-liter. I had the motor half out, and someone came up and offered me 20 grand for a truck I paid $3 grand for. So I sold it before I got a chance to get the motor all the way out. But a new Tundra double cab with an 8-foot bed is $59,000 4-wheel drive with a 100,000-mile warranty. Factory.
I got done cooking the pasta. Put some pound of hamburger in it. I gotta wait for it to cool off. Now I'm gonna add some mayonnaise, some chopped onions, and some tuna.
That was weird. Maggie, get away from I got a water cooler in here. Maggie hit the button on it, and I heard the thing start warming up. I'm like, what the heck? At least I know the hot water tank works in it. But yeah, it's
That's what I'm putting in the RV here, hot water on demand.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect for you.
I got rid of the holding tank. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about the holding tank for the water.
Yep.
It was think 40 or 50 gallon holding tank is fairly large. It was cracked. I tried to repair it, but after thinking more and more about it, I decided to go with a different route instead of with the holding tank. I got 4 of those water jugs of 5 gallons that you usually put upside down and it like goes into a water container. Well, I got 4 of them sitting by side, and I have Grandpa, you got 2 cameras going?
Yes.
All right.
I wanted to show you that truck.
Oh, all right. So long story making short, what I did is I put half-inch PCV piping in each one with the on and off switch, and it's to a 4-tier T where it sucks all 4 of the water bottles out at the same time, or I could shut them off individually to get my water in the RV.
Oh, that's cool.
But the best thing about it, if you're running out of water, you don't have to replace all the water. It's just whatever you use out of that 5 gallons, because you still have 3 in reserve.
Yep.
And it's also filtered water, so it's not going to be sitting there forever until you decide to use it.
Exactly. But hey, Lucky, mute Grandpa's original stream so it don't echo.
I think it was this one.
Yep. There you go. He was echoing. I guess he's going out with his phone.
No, he's still sitting there.
Oh, okay.
I could
One of them
undo
is echoing.
this one here. No, that one's not muted.
But yeah, they I mean, you know, I pick on people with Dodges and they go, why? But they, you know, they go, it's more made than your Toyota. Actually, a new Toyota is made right in Tennessee, but yet the new Dodge aren't made in Tennessee. They're actually and they assemble them because Dodge is owned by Fiat. The same company owns Fiat owns Chrysler.
Yeah, Grandpa, if you could hear us, you have to turn the camera on. Oh, another one. There we go.
Oh my God, they're jumping out of the wood. We got 3 grandpas going on. Hey, there we go.
I don't know if you can. There it is, sitting right over there.
I see, it looks like a big field.
Let
Magnify
it focus. Oh yeah, it's white behind the trees.
Under the tree.
Yep.
That's cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see it. That's better. Not bad. Man, look at that. Grizzly Adams.
All right.
You just need a log cabin in the woods. And a gentle bend.
And a polar bear on the side of them.
Yep.
Not a polar bear, a grizzly bear. There you go.
Oh, I like what CDC Fiat. Fix it again, Tony. That's good.
Yeah, we lost Mud Digger.
Quiet, you big mouth little bitch.
Hey, what the fuck did I do?
Now I gotta chop onions.
Shut up.
Get him, Maggie.
You're not going out. You already went to the river and went swimming. Leave me alone. I'm going to get me some coffee. Yeah, it's funny.
I like to go swimming with bow-legged women and dive between their legs.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I like to go swimming with bow-legged women and dive between their legs. My nieces were picking on me last week.
That's nothing
Man.
new.
No, they're picking on me because I turned 55 last week. And my one niece turned 11.
55, huh?
Yep. I said the double nickel.
I don't know if this could reach over there. No.
Oh, mine ain't as long as yours yet, Grizz. I'm getting there, though.
Yeah, it's so great. So
You're always
asking?
welcome up here.
Well, if they're not junkyard, it's kind of hard to dive between their legs.
Yep. Yeah, Grizz, you said someone was asking for me on Dog Stream. Who was asking for me?
I haven't been on his stream in a long time, Chunky.
Well, he typed in earlier in the chat someone was asking about me on Grizz's stream. Who was asking about me?
I think that was the federal police that was looking for you.
Yeah. I don't think so. I've been having fun getting on this one channel that talks about the flat earth, and he sits there and says, "Anybody, it's scientifically impossible for us to be a round ball. If you think we're on a round ball, blah, blah, blah," and he knows more than scientists and that. It's like, okay. And NASA, he calls the International Fake Station. Funny shit.
Been watching a lot of these videos with what they call fake food. You know, all the seedless stuff. They're trying to take all the seeds away from us.
Yep.
I believe all that stuff, though.
Well, there's one thing a buddy of mine said it right. He says they're trying to, the one thing that Fauci put in there, he says if people don't start taking these vaccines, that they're going to start putting in food. So we have to take it, whether we like it or not. And they're not going to, and he says, we don't have to tell you which food we're putting it in.
I hate to tell you, but I already believe it's there.
I don't. Oh, I would. You know something? I don't know if it's there, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're going to.
Hey, Lucky.
Yeah.
You can take me off the big screen there, pal.
I thought you was off. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it's very possible that they have.
All right. Junkyard says, I'm on a not wanted poster.
Oh, Robert has. Oh, okay. Maggie, shut your pie hole. You're not going out. You've already been out 3 times today.
Yeah, I hear you, Grizz. I'm looking to get back into that.
I think it's a joke with this whole thing. Not there are. I guarantee you before Christmas is here, they're gonna say we gotta wear masks again.
Well, they've already got that in the works.
Oh yeah.
But there's been 3 states that have changed their laws to where the federal government can't do that.
Yeah, because it's against the 10 Commandments.
I was digging through my father's more of my father's junk. Maggie, leave me alone. Mom, quit being a pain in the butt. You remember these?
Oh yeah, I used to smoke them.
No, the lighter.
Oh, okay.
Camels?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Camel.
that's
It
the
looks
lighter.
like a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of that memorabilia, Scott. I got a buckle, and then I got a can holder.
Yep, and he has the can holder. He even had the 75th anniversary shirt, brand new, still in the pack. I said, hell yeah, I'll pull that out and wear it. Don't think I got lost in the 90s. But I wish this thing's empty. It's too bad it wasn't refillable. I don't smoke anymore, but it'd be cool if I could use it, like campfires or something.
That's not refillable.
My father, nope. See,
It's not propane?
yep, it is propane, butane. But you hit the little cigarettes and it's empty. The igniter still works, but it's not refillable.
Wow.
It doesn't have a hole on the bottom there.
Nope, it's just got 2 vents.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. It'd be an awesome lighter to refill.
Good. See if the inside will pull out.
I've already tried that. It won't. It don't move.
Yep, Smoking Joe.
If it's refillable, I probably could sell it for. If it was filled and running, I could probably sell it for some money. I like the Grizz says, "Oh, well, I'll wear a mask again if I go into a bank and I'm trick or treating."
Oh, Junkyard. Junkyard says Grizz don't need one on Halloween.
Oh, they got you there, Grizz. I don't know. I think Grizz should come up and we should put them 2 side by side. You 2 could be twins. You're in about now.
I think Grizz probably came up with my live panels once since I've been doing YouTube.
I think Maggie's in heat. Maggie, you're a pervert.
Yeah, Punky's in heat too.
Well, she
She's
keeps
quiet
trying
now,
to. Maggie keeps. She was playing with a stuffed animal this morning. That's enough said.
but one only from you, right?
Hey, I just say it. It wouldn't surprise me if she's in heat.
Well, I added the onions. Now I gotta definitely let it cool off a little bit more before I put the mayonnaise in it.
Yeah, if you get that truck for that, that'd be a good price. There's Mr. Jackson, the boss dog.
I don't think a lot of people will put those masks on anymore.
I never wore one. You were with me the one day when I was on your live stream one day, and some guy came out and said to me, "Where's your mask?" And I told him to quit being a sheep, and I went, "Bah." you put me live. You were laughing your ass off, and one time I was on your stream. It was either your stream or Grandpa's stream. I told one guy, and Katrina was there, like, "What? Did you just say that?" I said, "Dude, you might want to pull up your pants. It's a good way to get butt raped. His pants are down around his underwear." People,
Partner Farmer,
guy-
just show your face and you can shut the camera off, then I'll put you up.
the one guy that when I did
Great.
that, the guy at the store
That would
did
be
that.
nice. That would be cool. I'll be going live more often. All right, you can shut it off.
He came with his chainsaw and we used this motherfucker's wood splitter. We ended up
What's
Hello,
happening? What up?
How you
What up?
doing? I haven't been on yours in a while. I just got my internet back. I was able to find internet source where I'm working off the phone cell towers with the RV. You know?
Oh wow, yeah, that's expensive probably too.
No, it's not. It's just like a regular. Where are we? Where the fuck is my camera? Oh, it goes through T-Mobile. It's 5G. It's just like a regular house unit, but
Yeah.
it's all no wires needed. It goes right through the cell phone towers, and it's about $55 a month.
Oh yeah, that ain't bad.
No, it's not. And they're pretty much, I did a lot of research to find out what I could be able to use for the RV, when I travel and stuff, and that's the best what I could use, without something hanging out like a satellite or something.
Yeah,
Oh, it's the Sod Buster. We doing Sod Buster.
I got that little box from Verizon, kind of like that. It's
Yeah.
about the
Okay.
same, but you plug in the wall. You know what I mean? Plug it in the wall. Wherever you're at, it puts out Wi-Fi.
Yep. Well, what I like about it is what I asked the guy. I said, last time I got a little wireless box. I don't know if you guys remember when I was up in Cumberland. I had to pay with like 25 gigabytes of data, and if that ran out, I wasn't having no internet. Anyways, this is more of unlimited. So
There
Yeah.
you go. That works.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Patrick, you got that backwards. To think a pair of underwear will block. Thinking a mask will block a virus is like thinking a pair of underwear will block a fart.
that didn't fall on your deck, did it? Oh, it fell on your house. Oh shit.
I need some ideas.
Uh,
I had a tree guy come over. He scratched his head. He's like, "Man, you got yourself in a hell of a predicament." I said, "Yeah, dude."
Yeah, you need somebody with a little crane to pick that whole thing up all at one time.
Yeah, that or cut a foot off at a time and have someone hold it while you cut off a foot at a time. That's about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the company I work for, Farmer, is actually a tree company, and we have all that accessory stuff to be able to pick stuff up like that. We have cranes, we have the chippers, we got the processors, we got
yeah, that's what I need. But you know what
Yeah.
kind of money? You know what kind of money they want for that kind of job?
well, if you're a local, I could be able to grab one of the machines and go down to your house, but you're not local. So.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. There's no local around here, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with loco. I'm gonna go with loco instead of local. I'm gonna have to do this. I done cut all the brush off.
I
Just
can
go to
get
Home
that down.
Depot, get yourself a chainsaw, and friggin' just take little pieces off at a time.
That's just what I was going to say. You could go up there. You need two of you, one to cut, one to hold it. As you do it a little section at a time. Cut it down when you get down, and then you're good.
See what used to be my deck?
Yeah,
Your dick?
enough.
Yeah, I'm showing my.
You're showing us your dick?
Yeah, my tarp's full of water. But yeah, that used to be it. It's been wore out.
When did this all happen? Because, like I said, I've been off for a while. So,
It's a hurricane that come through here
oh wow,
a week or so back. But I cut everything off. It was all the way back there to the pump house back there.
yep.
That's how far back this tree went. It covered this whole deck. You couldn't even see the deck. It was covered. I mean, that's all some of the brush there. I burned a bunch already, but
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do though?
Yeah, saying hello to everybody. Saying hi to you, PDF.
Hey, hello, what's happening? I'm trying to keep it out where I'm at. I don't want to fall off the roof.
Hello, AJM, and how you doing, poor dirt farmer?
Well, I've been better. I've been
Yeah, it looks like he's having a bad day up there.
Bear, you better stay. But I got an idea. Here's what I'm gonna do. What's my plan? Being as the tree guy never came back, and being as I done did all this already, I'm gonna put me a chain up there somewhere, and I'm gonna run a chain down and wrap it around that end down there, just like a support, kind of just to hold it. Which I don't think it's gonna come loose right there. It's got a lot of meat holding it, but it could roll. Then I'm gonna get me a piece of plywood. I'm gonna stick it up under there in a strategic point somewhere. And I'm gonna get me a little jack, and I'm gonna try to jack up the tree just enough to take the pressure off that end down there that's touching on the bottom of that roof. See
Now, did it puncture any holes anywhere?
Yeah, 2 or 3 places.
Oh, man.
Smashed in, it broke the structure under that. Poked 2 holes over here. One where that branch there went through. I done cut it off and pulled it out and tarped it, but the only 4 places that there's weight is right here. There's a lot of weight right here where it's smashed into the roof. You see what I mean?
Yep.
And then there's a lot of weight on that V right there that runs down, which is that long piece that sticks out right here. There's a lot of weight on that piece right there. And then the other weight's over there on the end. That one fat piece that runs down there is holding a lot of weight on the header of the shed. That's 3 places that's holding weight. Well, plus this one right here. I forgot this one on the other side. It's holding some weight too. But if I could jack it up enough to cut that whole end off right there all the way up to here, that's going to take a lot of weight off.
Yeah.
Why don't you just use a come along, like right where it V's right there, chain it to existing tree where it snapped off, and do a come along with
I was just
electric
going to say that.
Yeah, but that's a hell of an angle. I can't get up high enough for that type of angle.
No? Because if you did that, you might be able to pick up that whole entire piece all at one time.
Well, that'd be the same as if I put a piece of plywood down, support the weight on the roof, and jack it up. Pretty much the same thing with a jack, a little hydraulic jack.
You're putting most of that weight in that one compression area where you're going to use the jack.
Yeah. It's already got weight there. Hey, it's already got weight there. So I'll be transferring the weight from where it's at on that branch.
Yeah, you would have to get
a whole sheet of plywood. Huh?
Nice thick plywood, 1/2 inch or something.
Yeah, I got a sheet of 5/8.
Yeah.
How far are you from New York?
I'm in Florida.
Oh.
And everybody's busy around here. All the trucks are. I filed for FEMA, but they don't help people like me.
No, they don't. No, you gotta be fucking Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, they already cleaned up the big house up here on the corner that had like 25 trees as big as this one down in their yard. They done went in there and chopped them all up, cleaned them up, piled them up on the outside of the road, and then came back and picked all the brush, even raked their yard.
Oh, shit.
I ain't even had nobody come by here. I had the FEMA lady come by and do a thing, do a report.
Yep.
And then they denied me right away.
Of course.
How the hell could they deny you?
Oh, they said that my name didn't match my name, my social security number, because I wrote on the paper, it says middle initial, M-I, right? That's middle initial. So I put E. Well, my middle name's Edward. So they denied me because my social security number says my name's Edward, not E. So I had to appeal that already. So I already appealed that with the FEMA people. So now I'm waiting on them to get back with me. But I mean, this is like right over my bedroom.
Yeah, this thing.
Yeah, that would kind of suck. I go in there, especially if you're in there sleeping, and have that come true.
Yep.
So I got to figure out on my own how to get it, because the tree guy says, "Oh, we're gonna have to cut that cedar tree down. We're gonna have to trim all these branches out of the way just to get a piece of equipment that's tall enough to come in here and try to get above this thing." Which he's pretty much right. I mean, You can't get a boom or something in here, can you? With all these branches hanging down and that tree right there, how you gonna get up in here?
You could. He just doesn't have the equipment for that particular job.
And then the price of that equipment for that job, dude, we're talking thousands of dollars.
Well, I'll show you a picture of the crane that we have here. And a matter of fact, we have 3 different types of cranes. And this crane goes out to job sites. We'll pick up a whole entire tree. It'll go over somebody's swimming pool, over the house, and over their neighbor's house.
How much you charge for a job like that, though? I mean, that's an expensive job. Yeah, see, there you go.
Yep.
How much it cost to set that thing up, just to drive it to the job site? How much is it?
One tree on a clean up, you're probably about 4,000 maybe.
Yeah, see, I go buy a new house. I go buy a new house for twice that.
Yeah, but like you said, you're not paying for that. That's a FEMA cost, you know.
Y'all, they're not, like I said, they don't help poor people. They only help rich people.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is in the FEMA world. We've been experiencing that in Florida for years, man. You know, you
say your name's Caitlin Jenner. Maybe they'll help you.
Yeah. Hey, Bear. They don't. Oh no, I see them. Thought they ran off. I got to keep an eye on them too, because they'll head to the river without me.
I wish I was there. I could get that off.
I could probably do it, but I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna have to transfer the weight from and to and how. I mean, it's just a matter of weight transfer to me.
You got a chain hook. You got to come along.
Yeah.
Or I would do like Lucky said. I would go out there and climb that other tree, the main tree.
Oh hell no! See, there we go. That just put me out of the game. Climb the tree.
To put a ladder up on it. To put a ladder against it.
Yeah, I've looked up there. I don't see a branch that I would trust to try to hold or lift that.
You got a cable. You got a cable.
Yeah, I probably do. I probably got everything.
Throw a cable over the top of that tree. Get it in a crotch. You like how you said that? I'll be cramped up. Crotch. Throw a cable over that. Hook it to the other side. I mean, and wrap it around one of those trunks. And then if you could probably, if you got a pickup truck or a tractor, hook it to it and slowly lift it up.
Yeah, see, I'm more into I think I'd feel safer with plywood, some support.
Yeah, but you still got to you don't want to jack on your roof, because then you jack on the roof, you're going to put all the weight of that tree onto that roof, onto that jack.
The only part of it, just the end of it down here.
It don't matter. Like Patrick said, tree branches weigh more than they look.
I know, dude. A little small chunk of this tree is heavy.
We'll just come over and we'll bring this machine for you.
Yeah.
In about 10 minutes.
Oh, I'll be waiting on the roof. I'll be the guy on the roof waiting on the next storm to come. Yeah, it's amazing. Like I said, there hadn't been no storm here in over 100 years like this, dude. You know how many trees are down around here? Thousands and thousands of trees have fell down. All over there in the pine trees. You see how many broken off trees over there?
Chris says he'll come up in a minute, if that's okay. Well,
yeah,
come on up, Chris.
Oh, I thought he's coming up on the roof with me. I was like, come on up, man. I'm here waiting. Hurry up. Waiting on. My buddy showed up. We both looked at it and we said the same thing.
Chris is in the basement.
Then when the tree guy showed up, he said the same thing me and my buddy were saying. But like I said, the money, man. I mean, ain't nobody got no thousands of dollars to pay a tree guy. I'm gonna have to do this myself somehow. And I don't trust any of them branches up there. They don't look big enough to support.
I'm going on a cruise in November if it's still that way.
There's a reason why they get the money they get for a dirt farmer, because I ain't climbing no fucking tree.
Nah, I ain't climbing no tree, and somebody's gonna have to.
I ain't going off the ground unless it's in an airplane.
And I got to cut this tree down after I get this tree off.
Hey, Chris.
God, they're twin brothers.
Hey! I'm gonna stop my cam so it saves me bandwidth here on talking.
All right.
Hey, is that a trailer house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, the trusses on that are just like 2x2s and 1x2s. They're really weak. And I think putting the plywood down, like what you're saying, I've removed trees from trailer houses. without the fancy equipment that tree guys have and stuff. So I know a little bit about this, not a whole lot. So
Right.
take this for what it's worth. What I would do is I'd put the plywood down like what you're saying, but don't jack on the plywood. That will help spread out some of it. So if something blocks, it won't break through. Won't let's have to break in the truss. I would lay some 2x6 down flat ways and even double stack them to give it more solid support. You still don't want to jack on it. Those roofs are not designed to hold much. What I would be doing is I would kind of wedge up underneath a different portion of it to give it a little bit of support, not jack, but wedge up underneath the different supports. And I'd start at the big end and I'd start cutting off pieces into firewood size, stuff that's manageable to throw out, and don't let it just drop and hit the trailer. I'd cut off the stuff that you could have somebody hold it so it doesn't drop and throw it off the roof. But I start at the big end and work to the small end because you want those branches on there. Those branches will help keep the rest of it from rolling. If that thing rolls, you're going to do a bunch more damage to the roof.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about because it's still connected to the tree.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would cut the big end, the end that's connected to the tree. I'd start working that end loose.
That's what I'm saying. The way it is, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like it's going to roll, and it's going to roll to this side over here. See what I mean? The way it's sitting, this side to keep it from rolling this direction is that long piece right there.
Yeah, you know, can you put something underneath it? You know, like some plywood and then some 2x6s, and then put a wedge on one side so it can't roll.
Yeah, on this side, yeah, we'll try to wedge it where it can't. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does that go all the way up to the side?
It goes all the way out to the back of my shed.
Okay, so you get, but how about getting like a 4x4 underneath where it comes out the other side and getting a bottle jack and jack it up that way off the ground?
Well, that's what I was thinking. If I jacked it up, I could cut. If I jacked it up on this side of the roof, right underneath right here.
You don't want jack on the roof. He's right. You'll go right through that roof. That's why I said don't want jack out. You'll go right through and you will be buying a new trailer.
You know,
why would it be so hard to start like at the very end and just cut off like 1 foot or 2 feet at a time instead of worrying about picking the whole entire thing up?
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's got 4 supports. There's 4 pressure points. There's 4 major pressure points that are holding the weight of this tree
Make big
off the roof. You know what I mean? You can see right here. The one pressure point's right there, that long skinny branch, but it's broken back there. That branch broke when it hit the roof.
You know,
right there by the tree.
There's a lot of different variables there, Porter Farmer.
I know.
Unless you work with wood like Grizz, you know, you start cutting on that or moving it. As soon as that comes off that tree there, that biggest part of that branch is going to come right down on the roof if you don't do it right.
Yeah. That's why I haven't tried. I'm the one that, I mean, it went all the way back to the other end of that camper over there onto the well shed back there. It took the roof off the shed. It's all collapsed in. Broke the heck out of the porch. I mean, there was a lot of wood out here. I cut a lot off.
Could you see the screen? Two across adjustable bars either side with the supporting steel cross members to the support. The tree branches still connect to the trunk. AGM.
You definitely should put some support where it hooks into the tree as well before you start lifting it, because if that is weak, it'll come right down. He's right there. On the other side, you need to build like a truss where it's hooked to the tree still.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking if I could get a chain around that V right there, that lowest V is the fattest part of the tree, and get a chain around down here. You see what I'm saying? That one fat chunk sticking out right there?
Yeah, you're going to throw a chain over that crotch.
Yeah, and then hook it around here.
Yes, exactly.
So
that's what I was trying to say before. Yes, that's exactly.
And then even like you said, even more, get some kind of support under right here to where it can't come down. I don't
exactly. Yeah, that's where you would take a 4x4, put it underneath that, take some screws and screw the 4x4 into it, and then take a bottle jack and just lift up on it.
How far back?
Make it so it's making contact.
How far away is the trailer house to that tree? How much distance? Is that like 8 feet or more?
Yeah, about 6, 8 feet.
Okay, well, I think if you do like what you're saying, you put the chain on in there, and I'd put a come along on there, and to get it, tight, and then start cutting the small end off and work back to that.
Yeah,
That
that's
that
what I
would
was
help
thinking.
relieve the pressure from dropping onto the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, because once I get this in where hopefully it won't fall down, like I say, with a chain and maybe some supports, then the main thing is like cutting off the weight, getting as much weight as I can all the way back up to here. Because if I cut this piece off, you know what I mean, I'm going to have to support underneath right here as well, probably somehow, so it don't roll.
You know what you can put underneath that? An old tire. Take an old tire, put it underneath that. Something, and a car tire with no rim, and it would set right down onto that.
Yeah, because see, I put this metal roof up here. It's shingles underneath it. You know what I mean? I never took
You got a car tire?
Yeah, I got a bunch of old car tires. Oh,
so put some car tires all underneath the edge, underneath that trunk. So if it does come down, it'll rest on the car tires.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, look.
It's a good idea.
Looking at that, man, where it's connected to the tree, it looks like a loose tooth, man. The least little movement that you do might bring that off the tree.
I know,
yeah,
dude.
Exactly. That's why I said if he puts car tires underneath that, and if it does come down, it'll come down. It should come down fairly slow and land right on those car tires, and then he'd be it'd save his roof.
Yeah, if it bends the metal, I'm good with that. You know what I mean? I can handle bending of the metal.
Some old you need some car tires underneath that. Even put them right to the roof, even where it ain't touching, because if it does come down, it'll hit those car tires.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Some old car tires and wedge them in as much as you can.
I'll give it a round surface to sit on. Like I say, even if it bends the metal of the roof, I could pull this metal back off and replace it. I have more metal.
Those old car tires would give it something to cushion if it fell.
Yeah, because that's why I was wondering how in the hell, because I didn't want to carry a sheet of plywood, a bunch of 2x6s and 4x4s and all that stuff up here.
Car tire with a bunch of old car tires underneath that log.
Yeah, it'd be hard enough to get them up there, but it'd be a lot easier with 3 tires or 2 or 3 tires and a 4x4 too than trying to coat all that plywood and shit. And I don't want to ruin a $75 sheet of plywood that I bought for inside the house to fix the last time a tree was sticking out of my roof over here. When I first put this metal down, I found a mangrove tree sticking out of my roof. Well, I live 50 miles from the beach. There's supposed to be a mangrove tree nowhere near here. So, but they said the hurricane didn't bring it here. I don't know what did. That was years ago when the first hurricane come through and FEMA didn't help nobody. Like
RV, does it have the ladder attached to it?
What's that?
The RV, the tag along. Turn around.
Oh, no, it don't have no ladder on it.
Yeah. Too bad your trailer wasn't hooked to it, had a hitch on it. You can just move the trailer out of the way, cut the tree down, and push it back.
Yeah.
That's one of the hardest things I'm finding right now is a used ladder for RV.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I can get them new, but like I said, it's a couple $100. So used one, I can't find any of them.
You know where you could probably find a used ladder, Lucky? Semi-truck. A semi-truck, the ladder goes on the back of the trailers.
I'm thinking about just getting one of those ladders, aluminum ones that you find anywhere, and just cut it and just make my own brackets for the back.
And then all these trees need to come down, but I imagine they will one day. They're hanging right over the power line.
Hey, Lucky, if you do that, consider putting the ladder on upside down, because those ladders, they have a flat spot on them, but they're made to go at an angle, and they cut on your feet pretty good when you climb up them if it's straight up and down.
Yeah, I got you on that one. That's a good idea too.
Well, then I'm gonna hook a rope to this tree and a truck, and I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna have the rope stretched out across the front yard, and I'm gonna be in the truck pulling forward while my buddy gonna be down here with the chainsaw cutting. I'm gonna pull this tree over and lay it down straight out in the front yard. once I get this off of it.
Well, you could definitely got plenty of firewood.
I hate to do it because this is a lot of shade from my house. My electric bill fixing to go up.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that latest one there, poor dirt farmer, just passed us, hit Nova Scotia.
Did it?
Yeah.
Good. I got a couple people up it. I hope it tore their roof off. Just saying. I'm sure they hoped for a tree to fall on mine, so they got their wish. Maybe I'll get mine.
Hey, Lucky, I got to get on out of here. I got to get up the hill with this tractor and get to work. We'll catch y'all later.
All right,
Hey,
Grizz.
take care, Grizz.
See you later. Thanks for coming up.
I think my dogs ran off.
Oh no, they went to the lake.
Yeah, I turned my head for a minute. Bear.
Oh, Dad's over there freaking on top of the roof. We might as well run.
Yeah. They said they're going to swim in the hell with me. So my back still hurts from cutting all them branches off. Ain't like I'm going to do anything today or tomorrow anyhow.
Yeah.
Got some more time to think about it. Try to come up with a piece of equipment. I mean, the right boom truck I could work with if I had the right boom truck, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If I was closer, you definitely would have me down there, but I'm not in Florida, so can't help you.
Yep, them fuckers ran off. Bastards. Well, it's hot. I go back in the air conditioning. When they get back, they'll be wishing they'd stayed home. I'll leave them outside.
I've been trying to catch everybody's lives the past few days, but it's hard to determine when you guys go live anymore, I've been
I
gone
hadn't had
so
no electricity for over a week, dude. I didn't have no cell phones, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost everything. Everything in the refrigerator had to go away. And, I mean, we were lucky to get the power back on in a little over a week. There's people still don't have power yet down here.
Oh wow.
Why? I wonder, poor dirt farmer, why we're not seeing that on the news, man.
What's that? Mayo in North Florida?
Yeah.
Tore up to shreds? Yeah. I put a few videos out here that go around with the damage on my page.
Well,
There's mostly trees and stuff.
I'm talking about the news networks.
Yeah. Yeah, this is rural Florida. Nobody cares about us up here.
Because Florida's a Republican state.
Yeah.
Now you got to be in Hawaii for that to make the national news.
You see, our state attorney got out of federal prison.
How'd he get out?
Wasn't he pardoned?
Yeah, he did. He got out on a first offense act, or a first something act, first timers act in federal prison. He'd got 40 months. He did 11. He only stole $1 million from a homeless guy and took bribes for attempted murder cases, 60, 70 grand there, 20 grand off the price of a tractor, stuff like that,
Oh, that's nothing. That's a slap on the wrist.
He only got 40 months out of it, and then they ended up letting him do 11.
Wow.
Yeah, he's out. He kept most of the money. His wife kept the $350,000 house they bought. He divorced her conveniently before he got charged, though. You know how that works. They all know how to play the game. So, yeah, he's out after 11 months. Stole over $1 million in Coca-Cola stocks from a homeless guy. Like I said, 70 grand to drop attempted murder charges in Dixie County, one of the biggest. There was some kind of betting ring going on down there. People bet sports betting and shit. And he dropped attempted murder charges on that guy. And the DUI guy up in Madison, he had 2 DUIs. They dropped his charges, but he gave him 20 grand off the price of a $70,000 tractor. That's how it works in the government. That's how this stuff works. Also, they don't want to bring light to a place like this. They don't want people to know this place exists.
That's true, Junkyard. That shit with Hunter right now, that's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
They want to keep your mind off on the upcoming mask mandates and bullshit like that.
Look how many millions of dollars they just spent in Texas trying to what do they call that? Impeach that one guy in Texas. They just spent millions of dollars. They had to have like so many votes, but there was no way they could get them many votes because, and this is all Republicans attacking Republicans out there.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
they're most of them are what I call rhinos.
Yeah. Meanwhile, down on the border, we got that one guy that's out there making live videos every day since how many months? And there's still lines and lines of people walking across the border, getting on buses and being dropped off somewhere in a town near you soon. And our towns are getting bankrupt. And look at New York. When New York, the same guy in New York that said, let them all in, give everybody a house.
Yep.
And now he's bitching, they're going to destroy our country because they are. Our country can't feed and house what we have now. And they're going to take a bunch of low-paying jobs. They're not going to be able to survive on them types of jobs. We can't. How in the hell are they going to do it?
They're going to give another $40 billion to Ukraine, and the people in Maui got offered $700 from FEMA.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. FEMA ain't giving them $700. You know who's giving them $700? Food stamps. It's called Disaster SNAP. Okay, now Disaster SNAP, my old lady's on disability, so she gets a little $26 a month on a food stamp card, which, every 3 or 4 months we get to go out and spend $100. You know what I mean? But that's what they give her because she's disability. Okay, so if you're on disability, you can't get disability food stamps. You can't get that money. Because if you're not on food stamps of any shape or form, they're giving you $700 food replacement for what you've lost in your refrigerator and freezer. So that's the only $700 they're getting, and that's not coming from FEMA. FEMA's directing them to a page called Disaster SNAP. Yeah. That's the SNAP is the welfare or the food stamp card. You know what I mean? So that's what they're getting. I researched it because everybody around here told everybody that too, and I had to go out and find out. And I told everybody on Facebook, no, that's not what's going on. Don't go to FEMA to try to get $700. It's a food stamp deal. It's not FEMA.
FEMA didn't offer to help them at all.
No, they didn't. They just gave them the Disaster SNAP. You can type it in and research it yourself. Like tell everybody, don't believe what I say. Research it and you'll understand. But yeah, it's a fact. I can tell you that right now.
Well, I was just going by what I seen on the news.
Yeah, that's what they're telling you. But really what FEMA's doing is directing you to the resources. You're not getting a check from FEMA. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't happening. As far as getting a check from FEMA, you got to meet their requirements. I asked the lady the other day when she denied me, and I had to go run down there with my birth certificate, social security card, driver's license, them take pictures, write my appeal letter saying, I'm appealing your decision. You say that I'm not me because I'm really me, and here's my proof. I mean, that's what I had to do. Come on, they know who I am. They're the freaking federal government.
D-Machine, glad to see you in the chat.
They could type your name in and have a picture of you in your underwear size in 5 minutes if they wanted to.
Yeah,
but that was their way of trying to deter me. Luckily, I know somebody on the computer that's working for FEMA at the place down here that I went down there and they gave me a free rake and a shovel and some cleaning supplies. And he says, hey, man, did you sign up? I said, yeah. And he put my social security number in. He said, oh, you've been denied. I said, God dang, I was just signed up yesterday. He says, you need to go down there with all this information and appeal what they said. So that's what I did. Now I'm waiting on them to decide whether I meet requirements. So I asked the lady, what are the requirements that have to be met by FEMA? And she couldn't tell me. I said, well, what would disqualify you? She said, oh, I just take the report. I said, yeah, so you're just telling me you're just doing your job, right? She says, yes, I'm just doing my job. So I says, well, you tell your kids tonight, because she sounded like she was a motherly. I said, you tell your kids tonight when you kiss them goodnight that Hitler's people were just doing their jobs too. Goodbye. And I hung up. Because they're no help. They're no help to us. They FEMA my ass. They're not giving nobody nothing. Everybody I've talked to on Facebook, not one single person has been approved. But it's funny, like I said, I could drive up here and show you the before and after pictures of this big giant rich house up here. Their yard has been raked. 50 trees cut out. I mean, all the branches even gone from the side of the road, and they even raked their yard. This is a 5-10 acre lot there. 50 trees gone. Huh?
Two guys says that they hired her from AutoZone.
Yeah, and not that it was any less traumatic for you, poor dirt farmer. My son used to work for Social Security.
Yeah.
And he was one that answered the phone. He was the one that had to tell people that they were denied.
Yeah.
And he hated it, man. And he was a drunk and a drug addict at the time, and that had a lot to do with it.
That probably caused it, knowing that the system's set up. Social Security, I always said, they're there. They say they're there to help people. Well, if they were there to help you, all you really need to do is walk in with your driver's license and your information and prove your use, slap it on the counter, and they would print you out a check. They could do that if they wanted to. They really could, because they have all the information they're asking you for available at their fingertips. You know what I mean? But they're going to run you through the mill to try to fight and stop you from doing it. I've been fighting for that disability shit for years, man, because I got 4 crushed discs, ruptured herniated disc, broken bone in my neck, all this crap. And I've been battling with them for years, but my medical's taken care of, but now I'm battling some more. But they actually sent a letter saying that they denied me one time, and I got a copy of it. This was gold. And they said, this is a standard letter. They said they denied me because I told them I didn't want to file. I've been fighting to file to get this shit for a while, right? And the letter they sent me says they denied me because I told them on the phone that I didn't want to file. That was their letter they sent me. It's not even logical. You know what I'm saying? But that's the last time I got a letter a while back. I got a lawyer now, so hopefully they'll be able to work something out because, I mean, yeah, I'm old, man. You know what I mean? I can't do what I used to do. I keep getting worse. And,
Yep.
I can only do so much. Like I said, I took me days to get all that brush caught up. I could only do a little bit a day, drag a little bit of brush, and I'm done. You know what I mean? So now I'm to the point where I don't know what to do next. I know what to do. It's just a matter of doing it. I know I have to brace it up. I know I'm going to brace it up. I don't care if the freaking roof breaks. If it breaks, I'll tear all the plywood off, replace the trusses, and put the new plywood down, tar paper it, and slap some metal on it. I mean, that's what I would have to do because that's just the way it works for me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We do what we got to do, right?
Well, guys, it's been about 2 hours. I'm going to end up calling this. Got a few things to do around here, so.
Well, I need a piece of equipment. If I could rent one at like Taylor Rental, I would do that. You know what I mean?
Just come up here and pick one up.
Yeah, but I could get one in Tallahassee for a Taylor Rental probably if I knew what type of equipment to rent. Something that would handle that load. You know what I mean?
You're going to travel from your house to Rhode Island just to
Well,
pick
no,
up.
what is a piece of equipment like that called? Because they got them here in Florida. Not there. I could rent one cheaper. Huh?
A Merlot.
A Merlot?
Yeah, they'll pick up the tree and cut it and skin it and cut it into little logs all in one shot within like 5 minutes.
Well, what could I use a lot cheaper than something that big, do the job, just sit it on the ground? Lift it up, cut all the long pieces, the skinny pieces off, and then just back out with it somehow. That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do. What can I rent from a rental place? I don't care if it's $400 or $500. If I can rent something, I can do the job if I can get the right piece of equipment. I just don't know what.
That's the point. You're not going to get a piece of equipment to be able to lift up that type of weight.
You can do it with one of those small cranes.
Yeah, if I need to figure out what kind of crane it is. Because they rent stuff in Florida, man. They'll deliver it to my job site, which would be here. And then come pick the damn thing up if I want them to. Get it brought in on a Friday. I got it till Monday. I'm good. You know what I mean? If I tear up my roof, I tear up my roof. It's the way it is. But the amount of money it would cost me to get somebody to come do it. I had 2 guys tell me $500-600. They never showed up. I had one guy show up, tell me he don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to cut all these branches and trees out of the way, and they were talking about lifting it up on the backside back there and putting a chain around the heavy side where we were talking about putting a chain around it and getting chain up in the tree. And I had already thought of that. And then you guys said the same thing. And I'm thinking, we right on the money there with the chain thing. You know what I mean? So, I'm no big hurry. I'll get it done. But the idea of what not to do, that's the trick.
There you go. Less than $500, you could have it done. Hire one for the day, job done.
That's what I'm going to do. Right now, I can't.
You should be able to get a couple off the boat from where you are.
Yeah. Nah, hell no. They're going to cause more damage than a tree guy.
I don't know. The hard work is tight. We got a few over here that came off the boat, and I'd rather work with those guys any day.
Yeah. Oh, I've known a lot of people down in Florida that are hard workers, but you got to have a tree guy. That's all I know. If I had me a good tree guy around here, but the last tree guy I know, he ain't around no more. I would have been able to call him. He'd have drove all the way up here from Orlando with a boom truck, backed up and lifted that tree up, chopped it up in pieces with a couple big old giant saws he got. I got a little 18-inch bar I just bought, little cheap load. I'm going to make it work.
Here's the last one I'll post. Junkyard says, build a frame on both sides of the trailer to support the main trunk.
Yeah, like a 4x4 from the ground up. Hey, what's the name? Said he'd drive up here. The one buddy down there, old Ross. I don't know if you know Ross, R-O-T-H. He said he'd drive up here with some buddies. We can go next door, cut a couple of them pine trees down, come over here, dig some holes. We'll stick the pine trees in the ground right there, and then we'll come along the thing up in the air on them pine trees.
Just like a cherry picker.
Yeah. And so there's a way to do it. I just got to figure it out. Yeah, I appreciate y'all helping me look at it all. Because like I said, man, I'm stumped. I'm stumped.
Yeah, it's a big stump. Get it? All right, guys. We'll talk to you all later. I think it's going to be. I haven't figured out what day. Just pay attention to when I go live, and I'll watch for you guys as well. So,
all right, y'all be safe. I'm back quiet.